Wassail, beautiful people. Wassail. So, hello, Jena. Wassail, Nicola. Wassail, Nicola Best. Wassail, Jena Boya. So, the screen's gone a bit weird. Not sure what that's all about. Wassail, Amy Gill. Wassail, Kathy. Wassail, Patrick. So, I haven't got any top teeth yet, but I just. Wassail, Georgie. Wassail, Hannah Spanner. I've got water, Hannah. I've got really ice cold water. And wassail, Susie. Cheers. Whammy, whammy, wassail. So, yeah, I got no teeth yet because of all the traumas I've been going through. And I feel like I need to just surrender to the lack of teeth. There's teeth coming, and I'm in the process of getting them. But it was important to just come on. Wassail, Penelope. Wassail. Wassail, Harley Coons. Wassail, Sarah Truth. I feel like I need some bells with it. Wassail, Becky Belcourt. Wassail, AJ. Oh, you had your teeth done, Amy. Yeah, I had implants, and then just up here on this side, I ejected it through the front of my gum. And because he was worried that I may be having an allergic reaction to all of them, they were all removed. Wassail, Dark Fire Dragon 2013. Wassail, Shiloh Counts. Wassail, Jindy. I'm going to keep trying to say hello to you all. Wassail, Evening Skies Reflections. It's very hot here as well. We're getting near to May, and May is humid, rainy season. So I'm back to that September sweat. Oh, to Kyle Gray. Did you tell him to try and put some slightly browner faces in? Because he doesn't. Everyone's a little bit too white. Wassail, Sonja. Yeah, Penelope broke her phone. Wassail, Donna, Donna, Donna. Wassail, Donna, Donna, Donna. So, I don't know what we're doing. I just needed to come and say hello. I mean, maybe I'll just sit here and read everything you're saying. Also, it's going to get hotter because the sun will come round and will eventually burn the side of my face. So, I don't know what we're doing. How are you? Listen, tell me, what do you think? Wassail, Navisha, Persad, Wassail, Vasiliki, Wassail, Joyce Hartman. What are you thinking of the runes so far, people? I'd love to know, as would Robin Ream, whether we call them here. I didn't tell them I was going live. It was all a bit secret squirrel. I just suddenly thought, I have to do this. I have to surrender to the fact that I don't have any teeth and let go of the vanity of it. The teeth will be coming, and just reach out to you all. Wassail, First Femme. Wassail, Clarity. Wassail, Julie Tart. So, a little bit of sweat in my eyes. I've got a fan here. So I'm going to ring the bells just to see what they're up to for the moment. I see there was a real moment of shyness at the end because it was a kind of misstruck. And the weirdest thing was, I was thinking while reading, maybe we should ask Neptune what's going on, me old mucker, because I feel that Neptune's a little bit pissed off with Big Brother Jupiter. Yeah, full moon last night. I learned something else, Jena. You calculate Easter as the first Sunday after the first full moon that's after the spring equinox. So since it was on the 18th that we had the Virgo full moon of March, and then we had the equinox on the 20th, yesterday's Libra full moon was the first full moon after that point, making today Easter Sunday. And that's why it's a movable feast. So, Neptune. Should we ask Neptune? I was asking all you what you thought of the runes. I can't deal with things. Did people say? See, I'm loving the runes. I brought my iPad with the poetry on in case I need to read a poem out. But let's go with Neptune. This is my new place that I'm staying in. I was staying in the main house, and this was a broken down house, small house on their land. And because I was going to be going through the dental surgery for quite a while, they fixed this place up for me, which is so beautiful. Yes, but weirdly, Penelope, the Passover has to happen because Passover ends on the 25th. So in the Orthodox religions, you do it, it's the first Sunday after the first full moon and Passover. That's why sometimes Orthodox and non-Orthodox Easter is different. So, thank you, Holly. I'm not going to take that. The poems are amazing, the cards are magnificent, and you're all quite gifted. Ta-da! That's what we like to hear. Wassail, babe, 112, or is it B112? 8112. So, I thought I'd really dress up by wearing a vest. Which is like, it's too hot. It's too hot. It's getting dark as well. Where's that light? Come on. So we're looking for a message from Neptune, because Neptune is in rulership in Pisces, and Jupiter's in there. Jupiter's the old ruler, so he's handed that palace to Neptune, his brother, and yet he still can't keep turning up every 100 and something years and saying, "Wassail, Jonathan. It's nice to see you." And he keeps, telling him what you got to do. This is what you got to do. This is how it's got to be. And I feel like what I thought was going to be a really beautiful kind of expansion on the fogs all sort of clearing was actually a bit of a sibling rivalry fallout. And the problem is Jupiter's gone past, and Jupiter's going to dash past, but then he's going to come back. Unfinished business. So let's have a look at what Neptune is saying. At the moment, I've got the circle, and I'll be honest, it's not saying anything to me yet. It needs a partner. So do I. I need teeth before that. So, Wassail, Reem the Regula is here. Hello, Reem. Got no teeth still, but you know that. And now you see, this is really interesting. I feel I couldn't read that first. Look, I don't know how to do that so you can see it well. Might have to get a torch. So we have the circle and the lightning. And I'm getting that sense of Neptune about to steal Jupiter's lightning. That is, as we would say, very interesting. Wassail Margaret Hughes. So that is very interesting. I don't know what to make of that, but I'm liking it. I might have to do a little bit of Palo Santo, taking my time here so that I can read what you're saying. I have to put it down there because the fan's a bit strong. The cicadas are singing out there. They're a nighttime cicada. They're not usually very awake in the day. I'm concentrating on the flame because my fingers are already on fire from chili. That didn't work. Wassail Temple. Right, I think I now know what I'm going to do. That's obviously why I paused. I'm going to pull a rune, and then I'm going to try and read you the poem that goes with it. For what's this about Neptune stealing Zeus's lightning bolt? It's a bit like Percy Jackson. So, thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say, I sang your name and didn't say hello, Steph. What's else, Steph? Wassail Delinda. Wassail Meg McCloud. So let's get a rune. Let's get a rune, people. Oh, it's nice sitting here by the Louvre. It's got mosquito nets so they can't get in and bite me because I can't bite them back. Wassails and boo, deep in the heart of Texas. So, who's got a storm? Who's got a storm? Steph, you got a storm? Here, no one talks about the weather because it's the same every day. Apart from in the rainy season, then it rains. But otherwise, it's like, if you say, oh, look, it's warm today, they'll go, yeah, it's always warm. Galileo is one of Jupiter's moons. I believe that is very, very true. There we go. I saw what it is. Gatin. Gatin. I think I had that yesterday. I'm pretty sure we had that yesterday in the reading. I remember talking about it being a seed that needs to be shed. Oh no, that was in a secret reading I did for Rob. So let's get the poem up if we can. So it's 57. I need to go into the poem. So talk among yourselves while I find it, and then I'll try and read it. And I bet it's got loads of F's and V's in it, but I can't say. So it's very slow. And it's also on the constellation cards that I've been working on. Shh, you're not supposed to know about that. That's the wrong file. So runes, where's the runes current? 57 card back poems. I'll take my glasses off to read this. I'm sweating. Oh, it's getting really dark. It will get really bright though. So 57. So this is, ooh, this is rather exciting. So remember, we have Neptune stealing Zeus's thunderbolt. Okay, we've got this. And now Neptune is offering us the poem for Gutin, to gut, to remove. So here's the poem. Right, I'm going to try and read it to you. Out of time, the elves shine down a divine opportunity to clear a mountainous blockage before you. Guard your energy as you approach the poisoned path. Emotional challenges ring-fence your soul. Trust you know the hidden truths you fear to voice. Oh my God. Step into the venomous valley where you will shed not tears, but blood songs sung by those that walked before you. Gut their morbid melodies and march mellifluously up the mountain. Conquer yourself. Whoa, that was a powerful poem. Don't even remember writing that one. Wassail Sigdemavant. I'm sure I've missed other people. Wassail AJ. Thank you. I'm trying to grow younger. So, let's do Wassail Gustav. Thank you very much as well, Gustav. Wassail, done Wild Temple, Wassail in the stillness, Wassail Scarlet Dorothea. So I'm going to read that poem again. It's got so many F's and V's in it. It's like Spirit knows how to really wind up my labiodentals. So let's give it a go again. So for those that have just arrived, we're looking at Neptune, Wassail Angela Moon 42. Wassail Healing Hands. Look, your card's here. Wassail Page Hodges. And Neptune is going to steal Zeus's lightning bolt, and it's giving us the rune of gut. So I'm going to read that poem just once more for you. It's got too many V's and F's. I can't remember. I was shocked when he got to Venomous Valley. So, Gutin. Out of time, the elves shine down a divine opportunity to clear a mountainous blockage before you. Guard your energy as you approach the poisoned path. Emotional challenges ring-fence your soul. Trust you know the hidden truths you fear to voice. Step into the venomous valley where you will shed not tears, but blood songs sung by those that walked before you. Gut their morbid melodies and march mellifluously up the mountain. Conquer yourself. Wassail Ariolem. So that's a powerful. What am I reading? I'm reading the rune poem that I wrote. Don't remember it. For the back of this rune. I kind of channeled the poems, I'll be honest. And I just when reading that one then, it's really nice poetry, but I'm like, what's it mean? I did a lot of them over the course of about 3 or 4 days, and there's 78 of them. And I think they're really interesting energies. So there's some kind of poisoned path that Neptune's I guess there's some kind of way where you need to light your own path. We all need Zeus's lightning rod to light our path. So, Wassail Amaris, Wassail Solas. So, let's have Odin and the 9 realms, just to confuse the mythology. Thor on the bottom. No, bitterness is not the way. I can't bear bitter things. So, Neptune, offering us this challenge to go down a poison path. I feel like we have to hold Zeus's light. You kind of expect Baldur or some other card like that to come out. Or even Hell, because she's a returning light. But there's a sense, or the sun, there's a sense of we need to face an old energy that's ancestral, because we're at a point in time where things are definitely changing. You know, you can't take back what we've just been through for the last 2 years. We all have to find a way forward. So that's the really important thing. So, we're not getting anything. Oh, I saw a flash of Idun. Just flashing her apples and pears at me. Wow, see, Jonathan's on it. Poison path. We have a second one. Ran. I feel like this is talking about some kind of energy of a misfiring biome, a need to sort of update what we eat. Yeah, wine and chocolate. Wassail Karen 65. And that's the answer, wine and chocolate. I'm going to have some water. Sorry, did Steph just have thunder? And it's sunny. See, so you've got the you're already lighting your path, Steph. Gut biome is our biggest brain. Holly, 10 points, 10 out of 10. There's a little gold star. There's more gut biome. Which one of the dogs is that? I can't see. I can't see. It looks like corgi. There's more gut bacteria than there are cells. And it is that we've been doing this thing for years, for decades, mind, body, and soul, and biome. It's another part that's integral to us, but separate to us, but wired into us. So there's something about the energy of Ran is old, ancestral, bottom of the seabed, trapped frequencies. It's almost like saying that your biome is writing your tune, your blood song. What was the line in the poem? See, I wrote them and I can't remember them. So step into the venomous valley where you will shed not tears. You won't cry about this, but you'll shed blood songs sung by those that walk before you, your ancestors. Well, I'm also getting this energy that the reason you need to shed some of the inherent desires for foods is not because the foods didn't serve your ancestors. They were the perfect foods for your ancestors. What's not perfect is the foods we're eating now. And you might be eating things that are part of your ancestry, but they're currently somehow toxic to your biome. Clarity's getting clarity. So, what else, Neptune? I'm gonna, because it's old ancestors, I'm going to the original deck that I've had for 3.5 decades. Wassail, high priestess, wassail, lucky 7. Yeah, the preservatives in packaged foods only, Jill. You see, I lived in Gillingham, but there is a place in Devon called Gillingham. So I'm just going to say you both ways. Once upon a time, we didn't eat food full of preservatives. When I was a child in the 70s, most food was made, you know, and it had to be. That's the only way that you could be fed. And the only thing that was sort of like an instant food was smashed potato. And then pot noodles came along where you poured water on noodles, and they were made by a crisp company just to use up crisp flavorings. It's Scottish. Oh, you dropped the McGill. Thank you. And so there's a really interesting thing, which is there's a group of people called the Golden Cohorts, and they were born between about 1924 and 36, and they've been skewing all statistics. They've been outliving all people, and we've been all told that we would all live longer and longer as advances in technology, and that's not actually true, because we're being kind of very slowly poisoned in many ways by our choices in food that we make. And it's time to kind of try and look at, and one of the messages I've been getting, actually, I suppose that's why this is coming up. It's really interesting. I said I'm going to do some relaunching, and part of what I was going to do was I was going to start doing some cookery, because I've been getting this message continually about how it's really important to slow down our food, not the consuming of it, but the creating of it. We're all using fast microwave generational food, and there is a problem now, which is as energy becomes more and more expensive for people. I mean, in Britain, people at food banks are saying, I don't want those raw potatoes because I can't afford to cook them. So we're kind of relying on a 3-minute ping meal microwave thing, and that's full of preservatives, not because they're good for our body, but because they give the food a longer shelf life. And all of these things need to be kind of thought about. Yeah, it is a problem. We need to reevaluate food. I made some marmalade again with my mum the other day because I found a 7-inch tree out in the orchard, and I was like, it takes so long. I have to really sit down and make it and think about it and put loving intentions into that food for it to set and to be the most beautiful marmalade. Because the first time I made it when I was in Lisbon, I don't know if you all remember, it was when my mum died, and I went on an earth walk with her, and I was being so full of grief for the loss of my mum. That's what the marmalade tasted of, grief. It was the most bitter marmalade. I know, can't afford to cook a potato because they can't. It's easier to ping. So I'm going to be doing some food on the channel, some recipes. And what's really weird was a few weeks ago, I was being visited by an energy echo of the artist Toulouse-Lautrec, who painted all the wonderful posters, and he was the fin de siècle, the end of the century artist that sort of gave the energy to Paris in the 1890s. And he came through partly because he was a bit miffed that everyone thinks of him as some kind of little midget pervert. And that isn't his story. But what was really weird, I kept saying to him, what do you want with me? Because they don't understand. And then, sorry, I've got to stop reading and just finish what I'm saying to you. So anyway, I couldn't understand why Toulouse-Lautrec was coming through. And it turns out he has a cookbook, not that he made himself, but he was a really creative cook. And a friend of his collated all of his recipes, and it was published. So I bought this, and all of his recipes are slow recipes. Partly because, as I said, we're talking microwaves and not being able to afford to turn gas on. But back in the day when, oh my God, there's loads of ants coming in. They're walking along here. They'll get into shot in a minute. When they get here, you'll see them. There they come. So they had different kind of cooking ranges, and so they would take things in earthenware tubs, bowls, and it would say put all these ingredients together, always with like put in about 2 pounds of butter, and then you would slow cook it for a few hours. Wassail Paris. So I've got this Toulouse-Lautrec cookbook, and I thought I'd have a look at some of his vegetable meals and see if I can adapt. But anyway, as soon as I found he had a cookery book and he wanted me to do slow cookery, he sodded off. So he's not bothering me anymore to lose the journey, to lose the trek. Do you know what? He's an amazing artist. If you don't know Toulouse-Lautrec very well, he was an amazing guy. He was born into a very wealthy family. He went and moved to Paris, studied to be an artist. He broke his legs when he was very young. They didn't grow properly, but actually he was just a very short man, about 5 foot tall. But because of the cut of all the clothes at the time, whenever you look up pictures of him, he looks as though he's got no legs. But rather weirdly, because he's a bit crazy and clearly good fun. He used to go to the beach with a friend of his who had a camera, very early days of photography. And because most photographs were taken indoors in studios with people looking really austere. So obviously he thought, what's the most unaustere thing I could do on a day out of the beach? And his friend photographed him pulling his trousers down and doing a poo on the beach. And there are photographs of this moment. Anyway, Toulouse. It was fun while it lasted. Back to Neptune and the biome. So, you can just type in Toulouse-Lautrec defecating, and that will come up. There's 4 pictures, and he's laughing his head off. He died aged 36 of alcoholism and syphilis. But he was a creative talent. Wassail, wild wolf woman. So I've got the 2 of Swords, ancestors, 2 of Swords, blinded. They're really being held, pathways. It's something about being in kind of stasis, like a biome stasis. Oh, and another 2, High Priestess energy. Do you know what? You shouldn't though, Penelope. You should actually look, because it's a really wonderful moment of history that's, 130 years ago, doing something completely crazy. Yeah, absinthe. They loved a bit of absinthe. He also, as a French person, the French back in those days didn't really like you mixing alcoholic drinks, and he really got into American cocktails, and he invented one called an earthquake, which was 1 part absinthe and 1 part brandy, I think it was. Earthquake, killer. So here, 2-2. So there's, oh, look, it's really interesting. The ancestors are holding up an esoteric memory, an esoteric piece of information from the moon. The High Priestess is not willing to give you it. You've got to face something on this venomous valley path, this poison path. Oh my God, it's on YouTube. I'm sure it is. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. And now this is a new beginning, but I feel like this is the poison path. And yet, the interesting thing about the energy of this card is the beauty of it. And there's something about the poisoned path not being as poisonous as you would imagine. I'm sorry for lowering the standard, but do you know what? Toulouse, he's such a funny guy. He really is. Wassail a chalice. It's good to see you all, people. Oh, it's my first time without a beard with all of you. I'm going to grow myself a big handlebar moustache now. Go all 1970s on your asses. There's also pictures of him enjoying sailing with his friends as well. You're in the bath? Right, I want to know, come on, this poison path, ancestors. This poison path. Oh, listen, people in the Americas, as in North, Central, and South, on the 16th of May, there will be a lunar eclipse. And it means that if you're in the Americas, you will see the shadow of the Earth go across the moon, and the moon will become a completely red, round, spherical orb. Its maximum happens my time, which I think is Central Time, at 11:11 in the evening. Thank you, Wandering Empress. It's my 500th video, and I'm doing it without my teeth. Because the universe made me. So, this is happening quickly. This poison path thing, this identification, it doesn't mean that the healing of the biome happens, but I think what's happening is the energy to bring about a kind of dietary change is coming. I know, I can't wait to see. There's also, obviously, there's a solar eclipse on the 30th of April, but I think that's only viewable from Antarctic and some parts of South America. Thank you. I trim my beard, as you all know. Right, come on, ancestors. Ancestors. Taking nearly 40 minutes to get one message out. Oh, that's gorgeous idea, going out for a solo hike. Well, I got one on the floor. Ooh, and one on the table. One on the floor is 12. The information will come in. The High Priestess will step off the lunar energy. She will give you the energy to seek a biome, a dietary transformation. And that will come quickly. But the process of changing, transforming your biome is a longer, slower balance. See, look, in this card of justice, the scales are not in balance. They're out of whack because we're out of whack. And that's interesting because I feel like this might come on the solar eclipse, this information in the eclipse tunnel, because this is the Libra full moon that just happened yesterday. We're in that energy right now. And there's something about this card that's saying to me, everything lining up, everything 4 in 4, everything creating a balance. He was saying something about the 20th of April. The 20th of April. I have to look it up in a bit. So I'm going to go with these Alchemy of Astrology. The 30th is the solar eclipse, yes. The 26th is a really fascinating day because there's a parade of planets, 5 of them all lining up with the moon, 4 with the moon, that you'll see with the naked eye just before dawn. Wassail, Yeti, girl, come! And on the 25th, the day before, the moon will create a 5-planet stellium in Pisces. So there's a lot going on. So can we have a little bit more? You missed the ponytail beard. I'm going to grow something new, Steph. I'm going to have a big handlebar moustache. I think it's the new one. I've had that beard for 2 decades. You needed to go. There's a bit of sunshine here. I told you the sun's on its way around. Yeah, the parade of planets is going to be fun. Right, we got here on the table. Oh, look, see, Monas hieroglyphicus. Or hieroglyphica. Oh. Right, I'm missing a card. Another one went down on the floor. Where's it gone? But the second one is your true essence. House 1. I've got to go down on the floor and have a quick look. Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's the card of sex. It's this is interesting because they're all very late energies. These could have changed, but for the moment, we're looking at the Monas hieroglyphicus. So this is John Dee. This is this old esoteric information. It's a secret. It's an arcana. You know, when we talk about the major arcana and the minor arcana means secret. There's something coming in the eclipse tunnel from Neptune that is kind of, it's a unity of the cosmos, a frequency where things join up. The other thing that's interesting about it is it's science as magic. So it's like being given an understanding of something to do with how you eat, how you create a better biome, and that scientific understanding will create a magical space for your biome. That's really quite lovely, and it's dealing with your true essence. So this is your core nature, your scent. Wassail, Aleister. So first impressions, your most precious energies, the truth of you. And then Wassail, P. Monroe. Essential oils as well. I want to say that actually is meaning a change of oils, not essential oils as in these, but the oils that you use to cook with or to dress things with. Yeah, don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure arcana means secret. I think it does. Secret knowledge, arcana. So, yes, but scent, I feel in this situation is like Lilith moved into Cancer yesterday, and she's here to sort of weigh up the balance of your blood. How much of your blood is you, and how much of it is over? This is about the scent of your blood, truly you, or are you still too busy with your ancestral energies? It is a busy cooking season. For me, it's all liquid food. I think the first part of my cooking I'm going to do for you all, when I start that, because I've got a little kitchen in here, will be soft denture food. Yes, arcana, secrets or mysteries. Oh, you missed what about the scent? I said it's about the scent of your blood. Clarity. It's how much of your scent is overweighed by the energy and the memory of your ancestors, and how much of your blood scent is your own. And it's Dark Moon Lilith, who's just moved into on Friday into Cancer. She's here to look at this. So this is about Boyle is 83, which is an emotional heat to school. I feel like this is a sublimation energy again. It's this idea of transforming something frozen and lifting it into a gas, missing out the sense of the emotional path. That's this energy of that card. Where's it gone? The Ace of Pentacles. The pathways, though poisoned, is more beautiful than you imagine. It's the gaseous state that you're reaching. It's not some kind of watery emotional state that almost holds you back and drowns you. So that is what Neptune has to say. Let's put the cards back. I'm going to have a sip of water. Yeah, that would be a great name for a girl, Arcana. Yum yum, P. Monroe. Wassail secret boss. Right, so that was Neptune. I also want to do a little moment on Mercury, I think. Or was it Venus? I need to look because there's a couple of big shifts on the solar eclipse. Like Pluto is going retrograde, stationary retrograde on the 30th. Wassail Robin's Realm readings. Oh, look, I'm putting them in the wrong pack. They need to go in that one. Okay, let me just get up this little picture to remind me. Boop, 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 photographs. So on Friday the 15th, 2 days ago, as I said, Dark Moon Lilith moved into 0 degrees of Cancer. Yesterday, Mars moved into 0 degrees of Pisces. And then on the 30th, Mercury moves into 0 degrees of Gemini and goes into rulership there. The moon will go into Taurus. There's something else. I just got to check some charts. So May the 2nd is Venus moving into Aries. So I think that's what we need to do. Mercury and Venus. And maybe the moon for the 11th, but that might be a bit far forward. So let's go with solar eclipse day. What would Mercury like to say? What are you all talking about? I'm going to have some water. Wassail Rita Golden, Wassail Danielle de Vries. Wassail Cosmic Womb Collective. I think I've talked about Cosmic Womb on some of the cards. So Mercury moving into Gemini, so going into rulership. And I'm pretty sure at that point, I just got to check, because since I've had all this face pain, my brain's not so sharp yet. Jupiter is still in Pisces at 27 degrees of Neptune. So we've got a bit of a triple rulership going on. So what does Mercury want to say? I'm going to get in the sun. What does Mercury want to say? What does Mercury want to say about coming into Gemini on the solar eclipse on the 30th of April? There's a card from Mercury. I am staying in Chiapas at the moment because I've still got dental work to get through. They don't know what it is. It's the ancient ones. It's the ancient ones. So, I need another one to go with that. What's that about? 115. 115. You see, there's something about the 1st of May. I've been getting information about the 1st of May over and over and over and over. A garden of Wassail. There's some kind of ancient. It's weird because it's, to me, the energy of the 1st of May is an absence. So there's really big energy on the 30th, on the solar eclipse. And then the 1st of May is like someone switches the switch off. And then on the 2nd, when Venus moves in, so it might be that there's some kind of story that links between Mercury and Venus, but we'll get to Venus in a minute when Venus moves into Aries. So there's something old coming back on the 1st of May. Some rhythmic transformation. It might be just the fact that it's day one of the eclipse tunnel and it's bringing a new energy. I feel that there's a lot of, because remember, the eclipses are always in the nodes. They always take place where the nodes are. And the nodes are now in Taurus and they're also in Scorpio. Right, I need some more information. So let's go with the runes. That's not them. We'll do the runes and we'll pull up the poem that Mercury wants to tell us that goes with the runes. And I can struggle to write it because apparently they're all F's and V's. What have we got? Ooh. Cosmic doubt, ulcer, condor. Something. Let's have a look. That's your house 2 and 8 axis. Yeah, you have to look at what your. When it comes to eclipses, you need to look at the nodes for about 18 months. Whatever is in your house for house this time, North Node is Taurus, so your destiny, look at what's in your natal chart in Taurus, and then look at what's in your Scorpio part of the chart to see what your South Node energy is that you're working on, the frequency that you came in with. Oh, wow, look at that fact there from Gustav. 30th of April is when all witches fly off to meet the devil. So in Sweden, they light big fires called Marjbrasa to keep them away. That's fabulous. And there's a solar eclipse. Yeah, and the 1st of May is also a really important day, but there's something absent about the 1st of May this year. It's like it's been pulled out of time. It's like the filling of a sandwich. So let me find the poem. So it's not in this set. I need to go to a different set of poems. One card pack poems. So remember Rob did a reading on this with Candle and Condal, and Candle was the inner light that we deal with within our own sacral, and Condal was a bigger cosmic light, that's something from out of time that we need to be not so fearful of. There's a lot of energy of not being fearful. So Condal, and actually the two poems, the Candle and Condal, have the same beginning, and then they tell a different story as they go on. So this is 44, Condal. Candle and Condal, Hod and Baldur, the macro and micro, two locks on one door. One little light and one that burns bright. One tiny flame burns out quicker than the bigger cosmic flicker. Our pains grow, but the ulcers can't show. So we hide away and say nothing of the burning inside. Things about others inspire covetous desires. These are pain's reins pulling at our bridled lives. Stop chomping at the wrong bit. The cosmic well has gifts etched only in your name if you will only seek them. So there's a sense of courage needing to come. Like it's almost like this is a gift, an ancient gift on the 1st of May. A tablet you can swallow if you're brave enough. So, because it's ancient ones, I feel there's a lot of ancestor work going on. But these are like pre-ancestor ancestors. You're having issues at your end. It could be me at this end. They've been so sweet here. They've put in a special Wi-Fi extension, wired Wi-Fi, to help me connect. I'm going to go back up on the roof. But I want to go back up on there when I got some teeth. Also, because I need you to be here in case I get really parched and I need to run over to the fridge. So, Mercury. What's this pill? What's this special gift? What's this about? Etched only in our individual names. We must be fearless somehow. That seems to be the energy. What would you like to tell us, ancestors? Oh, wow, you're having your ulcers explored in June. She's back again. There's something about divine timing. We're in a moment of divine timing. It's a little bit like Wassail face. I had all these intentions when I had my first tooth out, and I said I'll be back. I'm going to have some surgery, and I'll have teeth in, and we'll get on with the 500th video. That was me telling the universe how I wanted this to go, and the universe went, no. This is a different plan that you can't imagine because we're setting the agenda here. This is what this feels like. Ancient esoteric knowledge. Again, something coming towards you, but you can't imagine it because you don't know the plan that this energy has. And she's stepping on the moon. She's not giving it to you yet. It comes, it's almost like, I want to say when you're tested, but I'm trying to say when the opportunity arises, like today, I didn't know I would do a reading with you. The opportunity arose in my head to just go, let go of the fact that you have no teeth and just do the reading. What does it matter? Get on with it. You'll get your teeth later, but we're going to keep almost delaying everything if I didn't face that moment of just going, so I've got no teeth at the moment. So what else? Ancient ones. timed knowledge, timed gifts, timed divine timing, fearlessness. This is a conspiracy. This is a cosmic conspiracy. Yesterday, I said, it's like all the deities are trying to frisk you to see if you got an astrolabe in your pocket, down your pants. There's something coming. Yeah, I feel like the universe is wanting us to do things that we don't necessarily do. I think we've learned to believe we can manifest future desires. Wassail, David C. right. And the cosmos says, no, I'm going to set a new tune and I want to see how you want to dance to it. You don't get to dance when you don't know the music. So we're being given a new tune. There's a definite, seriously, Kathy, there's a cosmic conspiracy going on to get our attention. Right, I'm gonna go with this then. Alchemy of Astrology. What's going on? What is going on with this cosmic conspiracy? Wassail, Jen Smith. My wisdom's been missed. So's my wisdom tooth. It took him ages to pull that one out, Jen. And as I was saying earlier to everybody, I had the last 4 teeth removed, and I had all the implants put in, and then somehow, cleverly and magically, I pushed the whole of the implant and some of my jawbone out through the front of my gum. So I had to have all of them removed for the time being. And now I have to heal. And I believe I have a little bit of bovine bone that was put in to make up the space. So I keep dreaming of being a cow chewing the cud in the pastures. The swimming hammock's upstairs. I'm in here because I'm still not recovered and I might need to get more water from the fridge. Then I'm going back to the hammock. There's a conspiracy. I might as well just give up. They're not going to show us any new cards. Oh, new ones. Well, one new one. I don't know about the other one. We got rusted. Tin roof. Rusted. And if Matthew's here, he would tell you what song that was immediately. Wassail, dance, walk a tarot. Okay, look, this is interesting. Now we've got a little bit of sacred rage. We've got Eris here. This is strife. This is chaotic creation. This is us being at, yeah, Love Shack is a little old place where we can get together. Love Shack, baby. Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. So, hello, Matthew's here now. What's up, Matthew? We were doing a little bit of Love Shack for you. Because we had a tin roof rusted. So this is possessions. Interesting. Moving into the energy of Taurus. House 2. Wassail, Miss Berry. Mary Berry. Sorry, I've got no teeth. It's all a bit wonky. You hosted karaoke for years. I tell you, I have no idea. Matthew has got a brain like an encyclopedia for every single piece of music that was ever written. So this is to be rusted, and we've got to unrust. We've got to boil off the rust. We've got to change. This is a period where the cosmos is demanding change, telling us We have to make change. Eris is in Aries, but Eris takes 558 years to get around the sun and has been in Aries. Eris has been in Aries since the very beginning. I want to say it's the golden apple. It's the challenge. Something being thrown down. Wassail, la la la, Clayton. Being thrown down for us to deal with. So we need to know, what is the challenge? What is the challenge? I don't know. I think, well, there's a bit of a conspiracy, a cosmic conspiracy. I'm leaving this card sticking up, just so that you know. There's two over here. Right. It's working on editing the thoughts. We've got to change our thoughts. Yeah, everyone alive absolutely has Eris in Aries. We've all got the same divine rage. This is working on thought editing, working on unrusting, going through, chiseling channels, working out how to drive a shine back into life, into energy frequencies that have been lost, that have been clogged up, partly through the 200-year period of Earth energy, and we're now in air, but also it's just this absolute need to bring a shine back to thought patterns that you've lost, things, you know, like going out and meeting friends and not doing it when you're all sort of, you know, fearful. That's an old channel that's been sort of blocked up that we need to chisel away. Now, this card that's caught, oh, the Chariot, the movement, this movement that needs to come back. And there's this constant energy of choice. I'm constantly being shown, like here with the black and the white horse, there's always a choice. You can either see the old way and remain blocked and remain choked off, or you were just thinking about the shining apple. Well, that's what you're being asked to choose, the shining apple. And there's a sort of a joke they're playing on me that, you know, a golden apple, it's like you ain't got the teeth to bite that. That doesn't matter. I'm still going to swallow the golden apple because it's the opportunity. Choose your own adventures. Exactly. Well, you see, yes, Cosmic, I would say that that is totally true, except I really think at the moment we're being guided to new adventures that we couldn't imagine. You still get to choose them, but there's something about being driven in a new direction that will sort of, I think we have to let go of certain things, and it's really hard. Yeah, the shining apple of Idun, which was earlier, and that is the biome frequency. There's something about us changing, returning to, I want to say returning to old pathways, but the pathways have been tarmacked over or have been given a new pathway, new tiling, new mosaicing. They are the same paths, but they'll look different. They'll feel different underfoot. I'm going to do a little Lenormand on top of that. There's something about an energy coming towards us through Mercury that is tricksterish, that is challenging, that is going to sort of test your resolve. And it is an opportunity. All of it is an opportunity. Let's see. And the word opportunity just came up from Parry. So what do we have? Look, bear, waking from slumber, waking from hibernation. We've been in 2 years of hibernation. We have to get back up now. We have to find something new. It's gone down on the floor. Oh, look, I'm nearly on 110 likes. Someone press like. I want 110 likes. And it was 110 minutes. quickly, someone, before it gets to, I wanted to say 110, 1114. See, I'm not allowed to demand things. The universe will give me 122. You're all amazing. So look, it's snake. It's the energy of a cosmic newness awaiting to open. Each of us has a new cosmic egg. It's really, oh, you saw 110. I didn't. It jumps. It's 132 now. You're all so beautiful. This is that opportunity that's coming for everybody, a new chance. And that's what Gemini is bringing. But Gemini, that's what Mercury is bringing in rulership in Gemini, is this ability to kind of mess with you, to kind of nudge you, to kind of test you, but to offer you opportunity. So let's now do the last one, which will be Venus on the second, going into Aries. So there's a lot of energies of zeros, new beginnings, all around this moment as we head towards this solar eclipse. Snakes and eggs, whee! Wassail, Carolina, Bella. Wassail, la 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 la, Clayton. I know I said that before. Can't resist it. It's such a fun name. All the way around your dwelling, a little bit like Jormungandr, because that goes all the way around the cosmic sea of Midgard. There's some fabulous sculptures. If you look up, it's called the Dragon Horse. It's moving around Toulouse at the moment. It's a giant puppet, but when you look it up, because they're quite into big, giant, vast wooden puppets that walk and move. There's one that's a spider, and there's also one that's a kind of like a bull centaur figure, but it's got like a huge palace on its back, and I think you can sit in the palace. So Venus, water. I just looked at the time and it was 1:13:13. So let's go with Venus. What do you look up on the giant puppet? So type in Toulouse horse dragon. The dragon's called something like Marla, or Margar. Or I can't remember the name. It's got a special name. But if you just put in horse dragon Toulouse, it's currently walking through the city of Toulouse, which is interesting because that's Toulouse-Lautrec again. He popped back in today. She's got water. Oh, I'm telling you, there's a cosmic conspiracy. The ancient ones. I said she's linked to Mercury. And look, walking, the tree of life. This is like that giant puppet walking. And water, this is an emotional movement. Venus is providing an emotional movement. I get the feeling that Venus is also on the midsummer, well, for the Northern Hemisphere. So the June solstice on the 21st of June. At that point, just the day or two before, Venus will move in front of Algol, the head of Medusa. And there's been a real sense of the Medusa energy, which was with the last lunar eclipse on the 19th of November, has made us all feel a little bit like the whole world has gone off its head. And it has in many ways. And I don't think that ends until we get through the June solstice. And that's got some kind of link to Venus. So there's something emotional marching forwards, a very old emotion. The oldest emotion is love. Whether that's what we're dealing with here, I would assume so, because everything, behind everything is love. You know, even behind hatred and war, that's still born out of love. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Invocation to Hathor. I'll give it a try. Is that Andy Williams or is there someone called Annie Williams? Just curious, because I could be dumb. I don't have your memory. Wassail, Laurie, Janet, Janko, Dix, Wassail, Echo Day. So yes, let's go into the rune. Let's get a rune poem from Venus. Yeah, everything is from the same source, but it always begins with love. Behind everything, even destruction, even chaos, is love. Love is behind everything. There we go. We said love, and Venus has given us a rune. What is it? Ooh, onwardness. So it's interesting because it's movement. Terrible lighting. First day in here, didn't realize the sun's up there and not. I thought it was going to come across, and it will later. Wassail, Paul boys. There's a shout out for you. So this is 70, the present gateway, Verdandi. Verdandi. So let's find Verdandi's poem. Oh, that's really sweet. I feel like, yeah, there is a lot of truth in that. I've been through a lot of healing and a lot of facing that you don't always get what you want. But that's good. I'm willing, whatever comes, to just accept whatever comes and work with it. And that's an important lesson. So, 70, the present gateway, the onwardness. Wassail spirit reading 77770, as opposed to 7up, which is a weird lemonade. Right, so let's get this poem to you. And then let's find out what Venus has to say. Onwardness. I thought this one began with the word temple gate. So temple gate created by us. Unpick the past, threaded traumas, clogging your previous future pathways. We're changing the future. Sorry, I'm not supposed to talk in it. Let me start again. You don't need the extra bits. You just need the poem. Temple gate, created by us. Unpick the clogging your previous future pathways. Collect the tales of woe entangled around you, stopping you stepping into the current time flow unhindered. The embroidery of the now. Do not look backwards nor forwards. The present step is the right step. Dreams need current action. Willing for and hoping for will fail to deliver any tangible future. That's what I just said. There's Venus giving us the magic in the poems of the cards. It's hot now that sun's on my face. So that really was a perfect. Yeah, I would say, Echo Day, it is some kind of test and you're passing it because you're not engaging with them. Dissipate the bullies. So let's go with Odin and the Nine Realms. Yeah, go with the flow, but it's said that you can will a future to happen, and at the moment it won't. You have to trust that every step you take is correct, because your embroidery has already been sorted by the norms. So what you've been imagining to be your future has now changed. Not because it's changed to the norms, but your perception of what's possible is changing. So we need to move forwards. So, Wassail Country Pumpkin, Wassail Charity Ferguson. So, Venus, what do you want to say? What series dance? Oh, you're replying to dance. Any Twin Peaks fans here? I get you. Right, so Venus, we've got one down there. Ooh, 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 that's exciting me, that one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, look, Yggdrasil's on the bottom. I don't usually look at the bottom, but but hold it down there, look. Tree of Life in the Yggdrasil. Double Yggdrasil. Personal and global. So what about... Hey! They're here. They're dandy. The norms. It's just too beautiful. The magic's here, people. So the norms have turned up to say you work with all of the norms, past, present, and future, to reset the present into your correct pathway to walk forward. And what are you doing? Clearing the fog, the brain fog, the world fog, the blockages. This is Niflheimr, and this is where the holy cow and Dumbla licks the salty rhyme and reveals a new giant or another person or an object. Everything comes from the heat of the tongue lifting the salt rhyme. And we have Odin. And Odin's about the bigger picture. It's about that energy of, I want to say it's that Zeus energy. It's that father energy. It's that energy of an old patriarch that needs to be transformed somehow. And it's being transformed by love, by Venus. There's something about old wisdom not allowing ancient wisdom, not allowing us to step forwards. It's like new wisdom is required. Oh, and that's just gone in that ear and unfolding. New wisdom. New wisdom. So, do you know here the other day, I think it was on the 31st of March, my hostess's cousin had a daughter, and she was born at the exact moment of the new moon, which was on the 1st in some places of April, but it was it was here, and there were no aspects in the sky, no aspects in her chart other than conjunctions. A really rare moment where there was a quadruple conjunction, a triple conjunction, and a normal double conjunction. So there's been some really interesting astrology, and I wasn't able to join you for it all. Still, we're catching up now. Right, come on. Let's have Venus Let's have Venus. Oh, look, and we're going back to the original message, biome. With Hygeia. Wassail Najib Sabu. So, Wassail Fancy Nancy. You've got 7 planets retrograding in your birth chart. That's how heavy a man. But it would empower you when there's been a period of time where, like last year, there was a period where 7 planets all started going backwards. That must have been really powerful for you. Wassail Sinead McAteer. So, yes, what have we got? Hygeia and Juno. So we've got 5.5 years and 4.3 years. Relationships merging and loyalty, mirroring souls, commitment, lasting unions. Venus is bringing an energy of love, but so you can't seek it. You can't seek it. That includes me. I'm always seeking it. But you have to trust that every step you take takes you nearer to a divine union. And that doesn't have to mean sexual. You know, it could be just meeting someone who is the most perfect friend. But I would say, even in the reading the other day, there was a sense that meeting, one of the runes was about touching someone's hand and then being an old ancestral lover of some kind, but it doesn't mean they will be this time. And Hygeia, the biome, the preventative medicine. So the energy here, the fever forcer, good health as a greeting, like Wassail, which means good health, or salut. There is this somehow that Venus is bringing the choice that frequency. Yes. I just paused them because my connection went unstable. So let's get, I'm gonna go with them. Yes, it was. I don't remember the number, but yeah, it may have been reading number 2. So, what else does Venus want to say? What do you want to say, Venus? What do you want to say, Venus? Right, so it's coming to kind of halves. Oh, that's interesting. The first 2 cards out 4-4. 4-4 was the rune poem of the middle reading with Mercury. There's a luxuriant healing, like a complete healing being offered. And then here, this is also fascinating. The energy of inner emotional turmoil, 5 of Wands, being held down by your own crowning glory, by you standing in your own power, healed. 4-4. There's a connection to Jupiter. There's a thing that we talk about sometimes, which is the prison of Jupiter. And that's very much that energy at the moment where Neptune's a little bit pipped with Jupiter. Jupiter's like this, it's this. The Odin, the old that I talked about, that's this energy. It's stifling. It's 4-4-4 here now, whammy whammy, perfect. 5-4-4 and 66 in the chat. See, we're getting there. So this is needing to be changed. This kind of belligerent, know-all, ancient wisdom is lovely, but it's not the frequency of the future. The future has a new energy, and that new energy definitely has to do with licking a bit of love out of the fog. But to get that bubble to pop, this water, you've got to trust that you are walking in that frequency. You've got to trust that you've found the right space. So just going to do a Lenormand to end. 3, 4, 5, moving on. There were two Lenormand I thought would come out. Either heart or key. There, going back to the cosmic egg with the snake, the egg is cracked open. The key to life moving forwards is born again, the sleeping dragon. Oh, and look, you only get to open the new egg when you put the past to bed. So you can say that the ancient ones came forwards here, but it's like they come forwards to kind of say bye for now, to wave away their controls, to put to bed the old ideas and to allow something new to be born. And it's born in Venus love energy. So there's a little reading. I would do longer, but I'll end up really hoarse. And that's H-O-A-R-S-E, not H-O-R-S-E. It's horse as in, not horse as in. That was beautiful. Thank you, cards. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Neptune and Mercury and Venus. I was going to ask Pluto what he's up to, but I think he probably needs another reading. And maybe I do that one up on the hammock. It's a pleasure to be back. I just risk doing it without my upper teeth at the moment. I'm getting a denture, I think, on Tuesday, but I don't know. I keep going and thinking I'm going to get a denture. I want to chew some food. Really want to chew some food. I mean, I know Toulouse-Lautrec's got loads of soup recipes, but I've eaten so much soup recently. So, anyone got any questions about dental work? It hurts, is my answer. I had to have my lower teeth cleaned because I've got other teeth. And she was going to jab me. I'm like, you're not jabbing me. You just have to clean the teeth. I'm not having any more needles stuck in me. I really need to chew some food. Yeah, the pain has lifted, but do you know what? That pain was solid for 6 weeks. Especially when the screw came out through the front of my mouth because my body just refused to accept it. And I was just, I can't believe this. I tell you what was really funny. Before doing it, I read the cards. Wassail, Gloria, Miller, Wassail, Nirvana, Tsunami, Wassail again, Country Pumpkin. And I shuffled the cards, and the cards are like, yeah, this is great. Do the dentist work. I did the dentist work. And then after about 5 days, the swelling's meant to go down, and it shouldn't hurt anymore. And I said to him, it still really hurts. So I got the cards out, and I can't even do cereal unless it gets really, really, really soggy. I've got some oats in the fridge that I've got to eat. Thank you, Charity. And so I did the cards again, and I shuffled them, and I'm like, why am I still in pain? And they were like, there's a tower moment coming. I'm like, what do you mean there's a tower moment coming, Spirit? You told me this was all good. And then I had a tower moment, and the front of the tooth, the screw came out, And I got the cards. I was like, okay, right, I've gone through that tower moment. What's next? Am I just going to heal now? And we'll put the implants in with just 5 posts instead of 6. So I shuffled the cards and did them again. And Spirit's like, there's another tower moment coming. And I'm like, you what? You didn't. You said it was all going to be good. Have the dental work. It's all going to be good. And they're like, you wouldn't have done it if we said there's 2 tower moments coming. I'm like, what? So I was like, all right, I'll accept what's going on. So then I went to the dentist and he said, I'm going to have a look inside where the post came out. And I also need to open the other and just have a check on how they are doing on this side. And so I had to be put into injected, conscious, but not in pain. And then it turns out that both times they did it, I needed twice the anesthetic. And the guy thought I was a drug addict. And I'd already told them that whenever I'd had any tooth work, I had to have 2 or 3 times the Novocaine because it doesn't work in me. And so he was digging and scraping and looking and searching. And after ages, I came home and everyone was all a bit weird and quiet. I knew there was something going on. And when they eventually said he had to take out all of the posts because you could have become septic, I was like, there's another tower moment. And so, are you? That's interesting. That we have a higher pain threshold, perhaps. I don't every time he touches me, I'm like, ow! I do have a really high pain threshold. Well, these were so sore for so long. I was so fed up with it. So yeah, I think maybe part of it was so that when I get given the temporary denture, which I'm not looking forward to, I might just go, let's just deal with that for a couple of years. And maybe, just maybe, the reason I had to go through with it was so that the posts would be taken out. My body's been realigning weirdly, which is quite nice. But also, it might be that in a couple of years' time, there may be technology, because they've worked out how to regrow teeth. They just haven't tested it in humans. So maybe we'll regrow my teeth instead of having some crunchy metal pieces in me. I just think my body's not good at foreign objects being in it, because I've got a little piece of bovine cow bone in here and it still feels a bit weird. You know, I keep wanting to go, and I keep dreaming of grassy paths. Listen, he did 3D print me a set. That's what was going in as temporary ones. I saw them, they were gorgeous. And then all posts came out. So yeah, maybe we're going to regrow them so that they're mine, because I think my body can't. Do you know what, Laurie? I did actually think, because sometimes it could have been I rejected them because they use a little bit of bovine bone to trigger the healing process, and I could have an allergic reaction and not tolerate cows. But if they can't use the cow, they use dead people. They use cadaver bone. And I'm like, no one told me any of this before I went through. I would have said no from the beginning. I'm vegetarian. And so I keep thinking that what it means I can do is if I say anything and someone gets a little bit offended, I'm going to say, it's the mouth ghost of a cow said that, not me. Bovine teeth, they don't have teeth. They have a big plate and they grind the grass between the two blocks. That's why they always grow up. Oh, that hurt. So yeah, but you know, the idea of having a human cadaver bone is really rather weird. Yeah, our holy mouth in India. The funniest thing was on the when we were going over there, and I didn't know he was going to take all my posts out. There were two random cows walking on the side of the road, and I went, look, they're already after me, the cows. They must know that I'm heading to have a bit of bovine bone. Yeah, do you know what? It's very strange. I learned the other day while listening to a story that was set in 1920s that a lot of early kind of vaccines that were created by the medical industry in the 20s, they made them in cows and they kept the cows really sickly to create this thing that they then could poke in your body. But then also, I remember reading when they wanted to introduce the cowpox virus to the Americas, the only way they could do it was because you needed to get the cowpox cure from someone who had cowpox. So they got, I think it was 12 young children, put them on a boat, and then over the course of the journey, they infected them with cowpox. And then they would take that and put it in the next person, give them cowpox, so that they could eventually, by the time they arrived, have one person who was fresh enough to be able to be drawn of their, vaccine virus into other people. It's strange what the medical world can do. Yeah, there are some very dark stories in our history. I remember we were given a very early sheet when I was about 8 at school that was all about cowpox and smallpox and the first vaccination and how amazing it was. We didn't talk anything about those kind of really dark episodes in order to get it around the world. Yeah, they can grow the teeth already, Dollface. They can. They just haven't done human trials yet. I suspect there's a resistance because I remember Canadian dentists achieving it. They put stem cells and then they fire some kind of sound frequency and it triggers them to grow into teeth. And again, they've been practicing that in mice, pulling their teeth out and then trying to grow new ones in the mice. And they've managed to do it. But I think that there's a sort of reluctance to get going because if you can regrow teeth, it kind of makes a lot of dentistry redundant. So the dentists themselves might not be wanting that to happen. Oh no, listen, I was just on painkillers. What painkillers? I was on ibuprofen. It's all I got. I didn't get anything fancy. Bones are grown in the laboratory, yeah. And they're a honeycomb of the bone, and then your own body fills the spaces. I've had lots of help from everybody. I've had lots of Reiki and I've had lots of other energies that people have sent, and all the wonderful just energies that you all been sending. But it still wasn't enough to make my body accept implants at that moment. Yeah, I think that's true. I think it would kill the dentistry business. And look, the sun's got better now. You can see me. Rejected the stitches that were supposed to dissolve from an internal surgery, ended up causing so much pain months later. The stitches came through my skin and popped out. I have to say, my mouth didn't like the stitches both times. The first time they were all underneath the gum, and it was agony. And then the second time, because of the hole that I'd made in the front of my gum, he had to pull my hard palate forward and bring it right up and stitch it across. Oh, I need more water. Nothing in there. Yeah, well, I think that's exactly it. I wanted a solution so that I didn't have a denture that would get in the way of singing. But you know what? If I can't sing with the denture, and I just take it out. Yes. And how are they, Charity? I'm just going to get some water while you type it. My water's in the freezer. I have to break it. Yeah, I mean, my dentist, he's absolutely amazing. And I'm really glad that he responded really quickly and said, I'm just going to have to take these out because I don't want it to go septic. Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, you know, I wanted them teeth in. But there's some other journey. I mean, I could still have another go. Sometimes people take them a second time. I suspect part of it is that when I was about 4, I fell out of a window and I compressed my neck at the top by the skull. And I've always been trying to unlock this compression in the back of my skull. And I kept thinking it's never going to go away. I'm never going to be able to unlock it until my 2 incisors were removed. And he removed the incisors and then he obviously put in the 6 posts. And I think my body just kind of went, no, I didn't need the posts yet. I needed to unlock the spine and change the posture. And it's weird because my jaw at the bottom has shifted forwards. And when I went the other day to have a bite test of the denture, he kept saying, you need to push your jaw back. I went, I can't anymore. It's moved. Because it has. It's moved forwards. Do you know, I didn't know I had the strength to go through it. It was, you know, it's mouth pain is unbelievable because it should have gone away after 4 or 5 days, and it was constant for 5, 6 weeks. Bye, Holly. Well, as people are going, maybe we should all go, and I'll do another one in a couple of days because now that I've got through, this was my 500th without teeth, but we did it. And when I get some teeth, I'll put them in and I'll smile at you properly. So, yeah, I think that's so on healing. It's so true. It's a really massive energy. Oh, Wassail! It was Secret Squirrel. I just suddenly decided to do it. I didn't plan it. Well, look, drawing momentum. They've questioned me about whether I might be low on calcium or whether I might have osteoporosis of the bone, and I said I really don't think so. My body just decided it wasn't happening, and I didn't know that, but my body had a different plan. Yeah, the pain got worse. It felt hot. It felt where like you can get a thing called bone burn. It was just really, really hot, and I had to keep ice on my face all the time to get the swelling to go down. It's really uncomfortable, especially here. I've still got a little bit of swelling there. But that will go down. Yeah, it can still happen. They can try other ways, but I think for the moment I need to somehow just have a little break from mouth surgery, get used to a denture for a bit, and then think about either having it done again later or waiting for the technology for them to regrow the teeth to arrive. Oh, that sun's beautiful, but it's so hot. Do you know the thing? I'm actually going through it. And it still feels like it's going on because I'm not fully back yet in terms of, my normal energy and enthusiasm, because there's still, I can't eat anything. I have to drink or mashed potato. There's all kinds of things, but I'm getting there. Hopefully we'll get a little denture on Tuesday and I might be able to begin to chew some things. It's been lovely seeing you all. And next time, let's do it up on the roof. I needed to be near my bed. I got a lovely look. Do a little bit of a. There's a lovely archway, and then behind here is the boudoir. And behind there, because it's a round house, there's a bathroom and there's a kitchen. And then there's another bathroom, and then there's another big room just like this at the back. But that one's not ready to sleep in yet. I can't help singing. Oh, honestly, do you know, Echo? 6 weeks of soft foods. And up until that point, my food was having to be ever softer because my teeth hurt more and more. And so the notion of not having any mouth pain at all soon and being able to chew some food will just be heavenly. Obviously, I'm not going to do toffees. Yeah, I had a look for baby food. It looked rotten. I just liquidize things. I've been eating a lot of very miniature pasta that you don't have to chew. You can just swallow it. And I've also been making these very, very soft sourdough pancake things called strumpets, which I will teach you how to do. Mushy peas. Oh, if I could find them, yes, please. Can't find them here at all. It's really difficult. Yes, I'm still at the mango farm because they've been so kind to me. And I also, as well as the mangoes, I found a several orange tree and I made marmalade. So, beautiful people, we've been on nearly 2 hours. So I'm going to say, Wassail! I think since my spine's been unlocking, my neck's coming out, the top end of my voice is opened back up. I got higher notes again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Charity. It will be my dad's anniversary in 7 days. He'll have been gone a year. Bye. Oh, listen, everyone, don't forget to watch Eve. She did a lovely series using the Tesla trap, and I couldn't talk, so I couldn't tell anyone about it. Oh, wild child. I'll be doing another one. I just don't really announce them. I just suddenly decided to do it. I didn't know I was going to do it. Wow, 5 years. Yes, I just suddenly decided I would, because I needed to let go of the notion that I had no teeth and just do a video. So, beautiful people, all be well. Wassail. Can't help those high notes. They're wanting to come out. What healing tones you need right now? The only way I could really do that is I'm gonna use these cards and just flick through until the first healing sound comes and take that as the way. B, Uranus, Gaia, consciousness. There might not be one in every pile. That's interesting because it's in Taurus and the solar eclipse is in Taurus, and that just came out. So there's something about B being relevant to the solar eclipse. Oh, Saturn. Sorry, I missed that one. Saturn is F. Saturn's in Aquarius. Lower heart, natural world. So bringing consciousness down to the lower heart. There's something about joining the two snakes. So you're looking at, and it's the devil's interval. There and there. It won't work. Yes, it does. And there was a reason why I know that, and I can't remember what it is. There's something quite relevant about Saturn going into Pisces next year. Oh, cool, you are Taurus. This is a cow comment where it's not me, it's the cow ghost. But when you just said Happy Easter, I think was like Jesus alive. Well, actually said Christ alive, but that wasn't me, it was the ghost. Yes, he better buckle up for that. Actually, he's got his Saturn return at the moment, Eve. Patrick. Thank you, Diana. So I'm going to say goodbye because we are at nearly 2 hours in 9 seconds. So what's beautiful people? And I'll see you all again very, 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 very soon.